Hey, everybody, and welcome to day 3 of the Speak Truth to Power series. If you're here live, go ahead and drop a microphone in the comments for me. And if you're watching the replay, just type hashtag replay below so that I know that you've joined. Thank you for being part of this journey as we dive into the final day of this transformative series. I'm Takenya, a public speaking coach helping ambitious professionals and leaders and entrepreneurs just like you amplify your voices and own the stage. So, drawing from my background as a classically trained musician, military veteran, and entrepreneur, I teach you how to speak like a pro with power, reach, and opportunity so you can step into every space with confidence and authority. Here's a recap of day 1 and day 2 in case you missed it. In day 1, we uncovered how silence keeps you stuck and how your voice is the key to breaking free. Yesterday, we rewrote the narrative by taking control of our stories and created momentum and clarity through our voices. Today, it's all about standing boldly in your truth, unapologetically demanding your worth. And being unapologetic doesn't mean that you're being combative. Don't get them twisted. Don't get that confused, okay? It really means just standing firm in who you are, what you value, and of course, what you deserve. As Zora Neale Hurston said, if you are silent about your pain, they'll kill you and say you enjoyed it. And today we're breaking that silence and showing up boldly in spaces that were meant for us. And sometimes that means we have to create the space that was meant for us. So I'm asking you this question. What's one area of your life where you need to stand boldly in your truth? What's one area of your life where you need to stand boldly in your truth? Drop it in the comments below. I would love, love, love to hear it. I would love to hear it from you because I want to support you through this. Allergies are getting the best of me, y'all. I need a moment. Let me mute just for a second. Here we go. So, standing boldly in your truth can be difficult. But why is that? Why is it so hard to be unapologetic about who you are, what you value, and what you rocking with? Why is that so hard for some people? Especially in these days where some people are boldly declaring exactly where they stand, and you know exactly where they stand, because for Black women or another minoritized population, what tends to happen is this society is designed to make us shrink. It's designed to force us to comply. This society is set up so that we will either shrink or die. In so many words, society conditions us to shrink and to soften our edges instead of snatching edges. And it causes us sometimes to question our worth. But I'm telling you right now, playing small serves no one. It doesn't serve your community, it doesn't serve your family, and it especially does not serve you to play small. Some things that people internalize is this fear of being too much. Because society will tell you, tone it down, tone it down. Could you turn down your brightness, your shine? You're too much. Society will tell us to just tone it down so we can avoid the label of being angry or avoid the label of being difficult. And these are sometimes rooted in gender-based norms that we have accepted as truth. Let someone who is a man behave in the ways that someone who is a woman would typically behave, and it can be a problem. Switch those roles, And the roles are reversed. And now a woman is behaving in what's perceived as an aggressive manner. But if a man did the same thing, it's not a problem. It's not a problem. We have to break these societal norms. We fear being labeled as being angry or difficult. And those labels are rooted in taking your voice, they are rooted in silence. All right, I got some research to back this up. So, a Pew Research study found that Black women are more likely than any other group to report discrimination based on both race and gender. Staying silent feels safer. We're not rocking the boat. We're not flipping over tables like they said Jesus did in that temple. We just want to stay safe. And I'm telling you, staying safe and going along to get along is keeping you small. It's keeping you small. Staying silent feels safe, but it only reinforces these societal norms that should not be the norm. You know, at one point, slavery was legal. Just because it was legal doesn't mean it was right. And you know that. Staying silent is playing small. We're not doing that. It forces you to be invisible. Whew. We've been taught to serve others. I don't know what other, think about the toys. Think about the toys that that are purchased for children early on. Early on, we're talking before they reach the age of 7. Think of the toys that adults will buy for children and how they fit into these gender norm roles where the little girl is given a doll so she can learn how to be of service to someone else. Serve this baby, be this baby's mother this inanimate object, while a boy may be given a toy truck or a construction toolkit set. Like, go build something, go use your hands, go be productive in this society. This conditioning, y'all, we've been set up as women and women identifying persons. We've been set up to serve others and to pour and pour and pour and pour until you are poor. And I'm not talking about money, until your cup is empty. We're POURing our way to being POOR. If that makes sense, let me know. This conditioning creates this guilt. I know some of you have heard of mom guilt. This conditioning, it's not the way to go. You gotta demand what we deserve. And it's time to unlearn these narratives and reconstruct what's really real in today's world. Have you ever been told to tone it down or to not make waves? Have you ever been told that? How did that make you feel? To be told to turn it down. You're too much. Stop rocking the boat. I just need you to go along to get along. Stop making waves. And how did that make you feel? Let me know in the comments. There is power in being unapologetic. Being unapologetic is not about arrogance, it's about alignment. Being unapologetic is not about arrogance, it's about alignment. Remember, my days are divinely designed and aligned to my assignment. That's my mantra. My days are divinely designed and aligned to my assignment. Anything else is a distraction. It's about being true to yourself and refusing to let other people define your worth. Don't give them that power. And if you did, take it back. Take it back. We talked about how to take it back yesterday. Clarity brings confidence. When you are clear about who you are and what you stand for, confidence follows. It's a natural evolution. It's a natural progression. And for me, clarity came when I realized I don't need to prove my worth. I'm already worthy. I don't have to prove it to you because I already know it for me. I just have to own it. I just needed to own it. I didn't have to prove it to anybody else, but I just had to own it here and here. And in public speaking, clarity in your message is really what makes people listen. That's what makes them perk up and listen. And you're watching and you're listening to this right now because what I'm saying is resonating with you. It's kicking up some dust for you somewhere in your mind. Your voice inspires change. Standing in your truth empowers other people to do the same. They're not afraid anymore because you weren't afraid. When you speak boldly, whether you're on stage, in a meeting, or even in your living room, you are not just telling your story, you're leading the way for others who come behind you. I am here because of those who came before me. I am here because of their sacrifice and their voice. I am here because they spoke truth to power before I even existed in this plane. And then it's up to you to make sure you're leaving a legacy for who comes behind you. Your voice inspires change. You have to make tomorrow better today. Every time you use your voice, you create opportunities for change, whether it's in your workplace, in your relationships, or in your communities. Unapologetically speaking your truth inspires action and builds trust. What's one truth you've embraced that's helped you stand boldly in your power? What's one truth you've embraced that's helped you stand boldly in your power? I hope that you'll share that with me below as you watch this replay or as you watch in live. So we're just going to take a moment and revisit my PRO framework, PRO, PRO framework. I don't know why I didn't have this thing. There we go. We're going to revisit my PRO framework, okay? So remember, PRO is the PRO framework is my blueprint for showing up unapologetically in your speaking. Power, the P is for power. Claim your power by being unapologetically authentic. What's one thing you've been holding back on? I want you to say it today out loud. I had to do this myself. I did. I had to do this myself this morning, myself and a friend. I want to thank her right now because she called me out on me not standing in my authority, on me not standing in my ability. She called me out on it. I wasn't doing what I was called to do, and she called me to do what I was called to do. I want you to say it out loud today. Out loud. In public speaking, your authenticity is your greatest strength. People don't want to connect with someone who's flat and one-dimensional. They want to connect with the whole person. You have savvy buyers. You have savvy buyers. They don't want to be sold a dog and pony show. They want something real. They want something tangible. They want something they can connect to in order for them to spend their money. Your voice has the power. Let's talk about reach. Reach, 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 reach. Your voice has the power to connect with people and create meaningful impact. And I want you to think about who needs to hear your story. And I want you to speak in a way that resonates with them. That's going to come from your authentic self showing up. Who you hiding from? They're going to talk about you anyway. So might as well let them talk about the real you. Okay? They're going to talk about you anyway. Let's talk about opportunity. Every time you speak, it's an opportunity for you to seize the moment to lead, to influence, and to create change. You don't have to wait for someone else to give you permission. What you waiting on? You don't have to wait for someone else to give you permission to step into your power. Own it fully, completely, and unapologetically. So which part of my PRO framework, power, reach, and opportunity, which one resonates the most with you today? I want you to let me know in the comments. Is it the power in knowing, the claiming the power, in being your unapologetic, full, and most authentic self? Is it the reach, knowing that you're thinking about who needs to hear your story and knowing that you need to reach them in a way that resonates? Or is it opportunity because you know that every time you speak, it's an opportunity for you to lead, influence, and create change. You have to step into your power and you don't need permission to do it. So, which part of the PRO framework, power, reach, or opportunity, most resonates with you? Let me know in the comments. And I can tell you personally that my journey has taught me that standing boldly in my truth is it's not just a public, I'm sorry, it's not just a personal act, it is a public declaration. My journey has taught me that standing boldly in my truth, it's not just a personal act, it is a public declaration. Why am I saying decoration? It's a public declaration. Public speaking is not just about words. It's not just what's on the paper. It's about showing up. It's about owning your narrative, and it's about creating space for others to do the same. It's an invitation. It is an invitation. I am inviting you because when you speak unapologetically, you're not just heard and felt, you are also remembered long after you've left the stage. This wraps up the Speak Truth to Power series, but the journey doesn't end here. If you're ready to take this work further, join me in the 30-day speaker sprint. It's about more than speaking. It's about transforming your life by owning your voice and stepping into your power unapologetically. Sign up today, mention this video, and you'll receive a bonus one-on-one strategy session with me to jumpstart your journey. Don't wait. Your voice deserves to be heard. Here are my final thoughts for you. What is one step you'll take this week to stand boldly in your truth? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to support you through this. I'm Takenya. Have a good one.